So what did you like going in just with who you had available and what they were able to do early on?
Yeah, I thought we came out with, really good effort. Defensively got a lot of stops and kind of played off of our defense. Felt like Javon made some threes in that first quarter. Feels like, the three ball was, good, but it was really our defense. We got up, 15 or so, and the energy and the effort was good on both ends to start the game.
Javon goes 4 of 7 from 3 last night, gets up 14 threes again tonight. Just how much of a priority is that for him to be aggressive and to keep shooting?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's important. I think, hopefully when there's extra help, when there's extra bodies, there's a window to get a good look. We need all of our guys to be aggressive. I like the way, we were aggressive to shoot the threes tonight, and it gave us a chance. It put us in a good spot. We couldn't, kind of sustain it defensively tonight, but, Javon's aggressiveness and willingness to take the three is important for us.
About AJ and just his progress in terms of not thinking about it when he's open, and a lot of them were catch and shoot, but he had that one, I believe it was right at the end of the first quarter, where he kind of like did one dribble and pulled up into it. Just his ability to get his shot off in these different lineups.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's, I think we're encouraged by where AJ is, at this stage as a shooter, and, how he can get it off and how quick he gets it off, his release. It just, I think he's a threat, and his teammates know it. And, I think that's most important when you earn the respect of your teammates, the trust of your teammates, and you have the quick trigger and ability. And then he's got a little bit more off the bounce, I think, than people realize. So, it's encouraging what AJ's doing.
Turning point seemed to be end of third, first couple of possessions of fourth. It was a 2-point game. They go on a 12-2 run, and that seemed to give them the cushion from there. I know you called timeout. What did you see at the end and the beginning there that it just allowed them to make that run and then be able to keep it?
Yeah, I mean, we came out of the start the fourth quarter with a turnover and, I think a layup. And, I can't remember what happened our next possession. It may have been another turnover. But, there was, I thought, a stretch kind of, 3/4 of the way through the third quarter where they got a little bit of separation, a 5 or 8 point lead. And, I think we went into the quarter, I guess maybe it was only 3. But, we kind of felt like we were coming back or they had gotten some separation. And we just had a poor start to the fourth quarter. The turnover stands out to me. I can't remember the next possession, but, down 10 quickly.
Bobby and Brooke tonight, but still go up those 18 offensive rebounds. Just what do you see on the defensive glass tonight?
Yeah, those, I think, Miami, they've got some young wings, and really all their whole group, it feels like, is just flying and crashing the boards. And, we're a little bit undermanned, up front with just Bobby and Brooke playing a lot of minutes. So, our wings got to do a better job of rebounding. Just collectively, we got to do a better job of rebounding. Those guys, they crash and they cover a lot of ground, and we got to be better with that going into the game on Saturday.
In Miami, day off tomorrow, and then play again Saturday afternoon at noon, and we'll see who will be back in. Will Giannis return? Will Joe Ingles return? Will Grayson Allen return? Probably a high probability across the board. We shall see. Then it's back home Monday to take on the Pacers, and then Tuesday, Toronto. So back-to-back home games for Milwaukee coming up. But first things first, this seemed like a winnable game, even though the Bucks were shorthanded. They only lose by 6 here in this one. We'll see what the approach is and how things change, I guess, with Giannis probably back in there Saturday.
That'd make a huge difference. And, whenever you play a team 2 times in a row, I think it just gives you an opportunity, just like the playoffs, to make those adjustments. Like you said, hopefully get a guy or two healthy, and that should change the game big time. But you also have to hope the defense can make some adjustments on a guy like Gabe Vincent. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, still very dangerous. We'll see if Tyler Hero plays. But obviously, Gabe Vincent going off tonight for 28 was a big difference.
Yeah, that was, he filled a role, that's for sure. The Medical College of Wisconsin here tonight. Craig Kishan and Steve Novak, thanks for sticking around, everybody. The Bucks without big stars like Giannis, Joe Ingles, Chris Middleton, Grayson Allen in this one. Of course, the Heat can say the same thing on the other side as well. They had a lot of injuries to deal with. No Tyler Hero of Milwaukee, their sharpshooter, just to begin to name many in this one. But nice start by Milwaukee. Just couldn't sustain the three-point attempts maybe by the end of the night.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you got to give Miami credit in this one, I think. With no Giannis out there, like you said, with no Joe, who's really done a great job creating lately, there just wasn't the shot creation. And so I think when you look at the end of the night and Milwaukee shot 57 three-pointers and only 30 two-pointers, you realize this was the ball moving around the perimeter, a lot of transition, quick three-pointers, and there wasn't as much getting in the paint, really attacking the rim and being a threat to score at the rim, and then kicking the ball out. And I think that you could really tell with this Miami team, with Bam Adebayo back playing with some fresh legs and Jimmy Butler having the game he had, not to mention Gabe Vincent having the big career-high game he had with 28 points. It just was too much Miami against a shorthanded Milwaukee team tonight.
Let's get to our Menards big money moment here tonight. And the glass was controlled. Second chance opportunities for the Miami Heat here in this one.
You can get a rebound and score the bucket again. I think you give a lot of credit to Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler, you saw out there flying around, but it even was on the one clip you saw right there, Victor Oladipo taking his own three-point shot, getting his own rebound, and then scoring it. And so those are those kind of possessions that really just take the wind out of your sails. You've got to get a good contest. You've got to get a butt on a guy, especially when you're trying to make a run in that second half to try to make a comeback. And so Miami, they play hard. They made a lot of energy plays, I thought, more than Milwaukee tonight, and a lot of that showed through in those second chance points.
Points in the paint numbers have been down for Milwaukee considerably this season, but tonight, without a guy like Giannis in there on a regular basis, the Bucks choosing to shoot a lot of threes. They shot 57 three-pointers in this game, so a 58-18 advantage for the Heat in points in the paint. The 18 points by Milwaukee.
They're getting in the paint. They really did do so much damage down in that area. Brook Lopez was out there tonight, Bobby Portis, but with no Giannis, who really does do such a good job as a primary defender in the paint, that makes a difference. Also as a help defender, there's no question he disrupts so much down in that area. So having a Bam Adebayo, I think, back with fresh legs, he has missed a bunch of games. He really went to work in that area, and Miami did a much better job, I thought, than Milwaukee, just attacking the paint, getting in there, kicking it out for threes, but if it wasn't there, they also did a good job of finishing. 3
Bucks bench players started tonight, so the rest of the bench stepped up, had opportunities, really did a nice job. 51-24 advantage. They also hit 15 of the Bucks made 22 threes in this one, so this was a night for everybody to have